Hello, hello! My name is Callista and welcome back to Undusted, Letters from the Past. In the last episode, we were finally getting to know our mother a little bit better, her passions that she left behind. It seems like she really had what could have been a promising career in writing, but she never went for it. Maybe we'll get some more answers as to why with our last moment. Things were never the same after Mom threw away my cassette tape. I couldn't pretend that nothing had happened. This animosity persisted after high school, as I left home to study music at a distant university. I told myself I wouldn't call her until I had succeeded. Back then, I believed that once I graduated university, success would easily find its way to me. However, just as Mom had warned, the world was much colder than I had thought. Awards and words of praise became more and more meaningless. The further I drifted from success, the more I avoided calling Mom. I could already hear what she'd say. "That's why I told you to stop. I told you it'd be a waste of time." I wasn't ready to hear those words to my face. Even after I had to change my phone number, I couldn't bring myself to call her. After some time, I received an unexpected call from my aunt. Mom had passed away. Oof. Oof. I thought I'd be able to call her anytime I wanted. But I didn't have the courage to. That would mean I'd have to admit she was right all along. Yeah, as depressing as it is, your parents aren't immortal. Your parents aren't immortal beings. You have a very finite amount of time with them. Let's just... I think for this one, we will probably need to rely quite heavily on the air blower. But let's try and get... Excuse you, there we go. Yeah, let's try and get as much as we can off with the sponge. Yeah, there are... Oh, that is a satisfying clicky sound. That is a very satisfying clicky sound. Come on, off. Off, foul spot. Off. Okay, yeah. There we go. The sides should be no problem. Theoretically. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I see you there. I see you there. No, there's still more. There's still more up there. God, this is a lovely little wee typewriter. It reminds me a little bit. My dad used to have a typewriter back when he still worked at his office. I'm not entirely sure why he kept it, because by the end of his career, they had things like computers. They didn't need typewriters. Still, hearing the click-clack of a typewriter, it is very satisfying. Very satisfying. Okay, let's... Okay. Yeah, let's... go. And, yeah, put you down. You. God, yeah, we need to get all between the keys and everything. This is very finicky. God, yeah, there's still stuff back there. Thinking, oh, no you don't. You can't hide from me, not under there. I'm thinking, is there anything... There we go, right that. Oh, you... Yep, okay. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Okay. Put you down, is that... Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, not today. Not today, Satan. You can't hide from me. Why is Satan dust? We don't question Satan. We don't question Satan. How dare you? Okay, yeah, I think you're fine. Yeah, that is very satisfying. Okay. I think you're fine. Let's... I think this... What is there? Can we... Yeah, I don't think there are any, like, hidden compartments. I am very tempted to say, just with there being so many little fiddly bits, I am very tempted to start using the hints way before I normally would. Yeah, I think I've got this as good as I'm gonna get it. Oh, I didn't even think to look under there. I didn't even think to do that. Oh, how dare. How dare you. Hello, flipping heck. I missed a bunch of obvious places, my goodness. That shows me. I'm recording this episode in a different batch from all the others, so yeah, that shows me for taking a break. Yeah, you. Of course I'm gonna do this to 100%. Of course I am. Hello. Where else? Where? Ah, ha, 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 ha. Are you leaving? If I don't go now, I'll be late for my flight. You have a lot of luggage. I'll drive you to the airport. It's fine. I know you're busy. I'll be going now. Adora. Ugh. A typewriter that looks like a prop from a black and white film. It seems that Mom typed her stories on it. Come to think of it, that was the last conversation we ever had. I had left without looking back, determined to return only when I had succeeded. I wanted to prove Mom wrong. But that door I shut so firmly never opened again. I opened the small drawer at the bottom of the typewriter. Inside were sheets of paper and the attic key. Most of the papers were stories that Mom had written. The rest seemed to be contracts. Among the papers were a few letters that began with the salutation, "Dear Miss Lily Mayer." I picked up a letter that was filled with writing. "Dear Miss Lily Mayer, it's been some time since I last penned a letter to you. I recall in your previous letters that you've been a fan of mine for some time now. I wanted to let you know that I read the story you sent this time as well. Please understand that I say this for your sake. I have read your works for a long time now, and they lack any aspect of exceptionality. Certainly you could make a livelihood out of your writing, but I doubt that standard alone would be satisfying for you. Oh, shit. I understand your desire to be a writer. However, discretion is sometimes the better part of valor. I believe that your time would be better spent in another field of work. I truly apologise for conveying these words much too late. Sincerely, Lewis." This was, that was the name on the bottle of ink. She said before, I'm pretty sure, that, oh, this was a special bottle of ink made by, like, one of my favourite writers. Damn. That is... Oh. That cuts. Your writing lacks any exceptionality. You're decent. You're decent at it. You could make a living. But you'll never be exceptional. Oh. Hot damn. Flipping heck. Words left unsaid. Lewis was the name of Mom's favourite writer. The writer she admired, the one who might have even inspired her to pursue writing. I couldn't begin to imagine how it'd feel if someone I respected told me to give up. I imagined Mom opening the letter, hoping to find praise or encouragement. But the further she read, the greater the despair on her face. If a composer I admired had said the same to me, I wouldn't have been able to take it either. Damn. I don't think I have any words beyond damn. That would hurt. That would hurt so much. Flipping heck, how dirty was this phone? You couldn't see the numbers or anything. Flipping heck. Now, I will note, one of the achievements was listen to a recording. So I'm thinking there might be something we can do here. Like taking the picture of yourself by accident. Is there... Which is... I mean, to me that looks like a 7131. I'm having to turn my head to the side because I'm bad at maneuvering the items in this game. Oh god, yeah, the grime is properly caked on. Properly. Can we... There we go. Let's get all of this off. All of it. Is there, like, is there... I mean, there's a tone. There's a dialing tone. We'll try that. It doesn't help. I'm also like, Oh! Okay. Doesn't help, I also don't entirely know how rotary phones work. I definitely feel like there's something we could do to listen to a message here, but I don't know how rotary phones work. I don't know how this style of phone works, so I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'll leave it be. I'll leave it be. Let's move on to this and see. Yeah, I figured that was dirt. I figured that was all dirt. Get out of there. I don't feel like those are numbers. But that is 7131. Ah, so we can get rid of you. Oh ho ho, and you can get out. Oh, you thought you could hide from me? You thought you could hide from me? You can't. Okay, let's... Ah-ha-ha. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to use the we're gonna have to use the blower for the actual dial. But I'm pretty sure there's also an achievement for only using the toothbrush and the sponge for the entirety of the game. That would be Jesus. The patience you would have to do that, my goodness. This game it's very soothing. It's a very soothing game. I do not have that level of patience. Absolutely not. You know, we can only have it up or down. I'm trying to think if there are any... I could swear down this is how a rotary phone works. Let's... 71... This is the number we're being given, 7131. 7, 1. Oh no, wait, that's probably so we'll try 7, 1. 3, 1. Go back to that. Let's. God, I wish I knew how rotary phones worked. Okay, well that. Yeah, no, we're looking for something. We want the beep. We want the beep. I just don't know. You know, that's not. I want to try and do this because I think I know what it wants from me. I just can't figure out the like how. You know what? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna look up how rotary phones work. Okie doke, and I am back. So, for a rotary phone, you would do that. 7131. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I wonder how you do listen to the thing. As I said, I saw on Steam there's an achievement for listening to the voicemail, but I wonder how you would get that number. Oh well. Oh well, I tried. I tried and it wasn't what I thought it was, so we'll leave it be. We shall focus on cleaning then. Oh god, it's gonna be this, isn't it? Okay. Excuse me, do you want to move? Okay, if I do. No. Excuse me. It's all gonna be the stuff here, isn't it? Yeah, okay. There is a fair amount. Flipping heck. Yeah, I left a fair amount on the receiver. Flip it. Yeah, I never bothered to clean here. Whoops. Let's just scrub-a-dub-dub. Flipping heck. There we go. Yeah, we'll have this cleaned in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. There we go. Oh, excuse you. Again, no hiding. No hiding. That's not allowed. Oh. Around there. Okay, anything on... Yeah, fair bit. And... Oh. These little buttons as well. Why do we get the feeling? Oh, we've got it down to a 0.5. I'm not letting this go until I've gotten all of it. So where is this last little bit? I'm not seeing anything there, so where? What am I missing? No, but like, seriously, what am I at? Right there. Call recorded on February 19th. I think I'll be admitted to the hospital soon. Could you help me? Tidy up the house? Please. I don't have anyone else I can ask to do this. Lily, don't say that. I still have the spare key, so I'll go by when I have time. Thank you. Before you come, I'll put away things like the trophies. It's strange, isn't it? Back then, I was so desperate to forget everything. But when I was cleaning the house and saw my typewriter and all those trophies, I remembered the days when I wrote so happily. Why do we only realise how precious something is after we lose it? Writing and Adora. Lily, have you called Adora? I tried calling her 2 days ago, but she didn't answer. Maybe she changed her number. I left a voicemail, but I'm not sure if she heard it. If I were brave enough to call her sooner, would we still be in touch right now? Back then, I thought the best thing to do was give her time. A landline phone. A landline phone, by calling a specific date, you can hear recordings from that day. Oh, so that's how we do it. Okay, so, I'm quite tempted. That was February 19th, and she said she tried calling a couple of days ago. The call was between Mom and my aunt. From her voice and coughing, I could hear how difficult it was for Mom to talk. After I left home, my pride and drive to prove myself held me back from contacting Mom. All this time, I never once thought about how Mom must have felt. I didn't think she would regret what she had done, nor did I know that she had called me. If I had just called her when I changed my number. Yeah, that's chapter 3 complete. Nevertheless. Yeah, one second. I want to see if I can get this. Yep. Just go through. Okay, yep. I've heard all of this. So that was on the 19th. There goes my timer. So February, that would be the 2nd. So let's see. 2. 1. And then we'll try... Okay, so we can't do 8, so we'll try... Yeah, I don't think you let me do the thing game. There we go. Excuse me, do we want to... Seven.
녹음된 음성입니다.
Recorded on February 17th.
아도라, 엄마야.
Adora, it's Mom.
많이 바쁜 것 같아서 메시지 남겨.
You seem really busy, so I thought I'd leave a message.
잘 지내고 있니?
How are you doing?
어디 아픈 데는 없고?
Are you well?
다른 건 아니고 네 방 창가의 레몬나무에 꽃이 피었어.
It's just the lemon tree near your window bloomed.
창문을 열어도 좋은 레몬 향기가 난단다.
I can smell the lemons even when the windows are barely open.
네가 레몬을 참 좋아했었잖아. 그래서 생각나서 전화했어.
You used to like lemons, so I thought I might tell you.
아무리 바빠도 끼니는 꼭 챙기고 늘 건강하렴.
No matter how busy you get, make sure you eat properly and stay healthy.
보고 싶구나.
I miss you. Oh, damn. Damn, that is sad. Oof. Big oof. Now, I'ma speed through this. 1 second. Okie doke. Now, fortunately, I could just return to the main menu and it remembered that I had already cleaned it before, so we're all good there. I am out of time for this episode. However, I get the feeling that this is probably gonna be the final cleaning, so we might as well do it now. Chapter 4, Nevertheless, a letter from the past. As I looked at the old attic key that I found in Mom's typewriter, it reminded me of the excuse that brought me back home, finding my aunt's necklace. Maybe she knew everything and sent me here on purpose. I held the rusted key in my hand. It felt cold and hard, but somehow also warm. As I cleaned the key, Mom and Auntie's conversation continued. I felt like I was looking at myself. When Adora said that someone had called her talented, she was just like my young, naive self. Oh. It was too painful to see her talking with those bright eyes, full of hope. At that moment, I wasn't looking at Adora, but rather the child I used to be. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I understand why she took such a hard approach. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right, but I can understand why she did what she did. But still, here's the thing, Adora isn't you. Adora isn't you. You might not have succeeded, but maybe Adora will. And you denied her the chance to see for herself. Like, it is very unfortunate that Adora never called you. But I can kind of understand where everyone was coming from in this situation. No one behaved perfectly. No one behaved perfectly here. We're so close. I'm very tempted to do this one without using the hints. Because we've gotten so far as it is. We've gotten so far as it is. Yeah, we're at 70. We're at 70. Come on. 75. Yeah, only 0.15. Yeah, I want to see. Can we finish this off without using the hints? Oh, yeah, 95. Just 0.5. Just 0.5. Come on, where you at? Where you at, clump of dust? It's like 1 pixel. It's 1 pixel I've missed somewhere. Come on, give. I'm not giving up. I'm finishing this off by not using the hints. Come on. I might cut through this. Just so you're not sat here watching me scrub-a-dub-dub with the toothbrush. Yeah, I'm gonna cut through to this. Because I'm not gonna use the hints for the final one. I'm not gonna use the hints for the final one. I want one item where I use no hints. Come on. I don't think I'm even going to need to cut that, because I got that pretty quick. The attic key that I found inside the typewriter. What will I find in the attic? The recording ended with a violent cough from Mom. I was left stunned, my heart painfully heavy. After some time, I collected myself and headed to the attic with the key in tow. The attic had always been Mom's private space. When I snuck in as a child, it looked more like a storage room than somewhere fun. so I often wondered why Mom liked using it. As if to answer that question from my childhood, I found an old desk and chair in one corner of the room. On the desk laid a necklace and a dusty journal with an all too familiar name. If I never came back to this house and cleaned it, if I had left those mementos undisturbed beneath dust, I would never have learned about Mom's true feelings. I had a feeling that this diary had been waiting here, all this time, just for me. I carefully brushed away the thick dust and opened it. That day, when Adora handed me her tape with such excitement on her face, I could see the hope in her eyes. That innocent face, certain she could realize her dream. I knew that face well. I was afraid that she would curse her wasted years and regret everything. I need to stop this now. For her sake, I chose to be harsh. I believed that her hating me was the lesser of two evils. When I started to tidy up Adora's belongings, I was able to see the remnants of her dreams in my hands. Through them, I could feel her sorrows and joys. That was when I looked back on my past, my younger self, who I had thought naive and foolish, was shining as brilliantly as those traces of Adora. I've wanted to tell her my true feelings, but I can't reach her anymore. All I can do is wait. Oh, goddammit, don't do this to me. Keep it together, Callista, keep it together. I hope you return one day, so I can tell you this. Adora, it was thanks to you that I was able to face myself again. Even though I was ashamed of my past, I was happy to see a part of myself in you. I had hurt you so gravely, yet you brought me comfort. I should have said this to you sooner. No matter what path you choose to walk, no matter how you live your life, I will always love and support you. Mom's diary ended there. After closing it, I noticed a letter laying on the corner of the desk. There was also something I thought I'd never see again. The cassette tape that I recorded my first song on. I put the tape into the cassette player and opened the envelope. The letter inside contained lyrics which seemed to accompany my song. Oh! I slowly recited Mom's lyrics. My novice melody and her poetic verses complemented each other well, as if they had always been together from the very start. What would you do to see those lost birds once again? Looking above, your eyes danced with the drawing sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything? Bright in my dream, you're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
have some time to see me once again. Looking above, your eyes dance with the dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything bright in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
And there we go. Oh, that is lovely that the title screen has changed. We can now see her mother's spirit behind her. Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely that we actually got to hear the song over the end credits. That was very sweet. That was a very short, very sweet little game. That I cried at the end. I cried at the end. I managed to gather myself during the end credits, but I hadn't expected to cry. I can say that with a certainty. I hadn't expected to cry when I started playing this. This was lovely. This was a lovely little experience. It was very satisfying. Cleaning in video games always is. It always is satisfying. And then that little punch to the heart right at the end, you will feel feelings. This is a sad story. Ooh, this was lovely. This was lovely. Now, what am I playing next? For once, I know we will be jumping quite a bit after. It feels odd. It feels odd. After having cried at the end of this game, we're jumping to Later Alligator, which is a comedy game, I do believe. So I guess we will soothe our soul. We will soothe our soul with comedy after this experience. So, until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.